Okay. Can you see the screen, the book? No?
No.
There we go now. There is an eye in the sky. Okay, can you see it now? Yes. All right. Last class yesterday set 35 and 36. Today set 37 and 38. Remember in the classwork you have to write the set number, the exercise number, the letter of the correct answer, and the explanation why you consider the answer you chose is the correct one. None of us knew my Uncle Elmer, not even my mother. He would have been 10 years older than she. We had pictures of him in his ancient family album. A solemn, spindly baby dressed in a white muslin shirt, ready for bed, or in a sailor suit, holding a little drum. In one photograph, he stands in front of the tall chiffonier, which looms behind him, massive and shadowy, like one of the fates in a Greek play. Having problem with the internet. Now we go. There weren't many such pictures because photographs weren't easy to come by in those days. And in one of those, and in the ones we did have, my uncle had a formal pose look, as if even then he knew he was bound for some unique destiny. It was the summer I turned into 13 that I found out that what happened to him. The summer sister Mattie Fisher, one of Grandma's evangelist friends, paid us a visit, sweeping in like a cleansing wind and telling me the truth. Question 407, Ever. Which of the following changes needs to be made in the passage above? Part 2, part 4, part 3. There are 2 in part 4. Let's go to part 2. Huh?
Wait, I'm good.
Which one is the answer? There is an eye in the sky.
D.
Part B. No. D. Tan pure.
Yeah.
Honestly, part A. Why? Because Greek over here.
Yeah.
Greek. Jesus Christ. Greek comes from Greece. It's a proper adjective. It should have capital letter. 408. Jafet.
What number?
You're not paying attention, Chele.
No, I wasn't paying attention.
A variar, ¿verdad? 408. Which of the following number parts contains a non-standard sentence? Part 1, part 2, part 3, or part 4? Se la copiaron. Ever, turn off your mic because your sister. I can
Sorry, mister, sorry.
Don't worry, don't worry.
Number C.
Number C does not exist.
Sorry, C.
Letter C. Okay, no. It's letter A. Let's go to letter A and analyze. Well, when I read that sentence, it sounded like if I was reading the sentences that you write. None of us knew my uncle Elmer, not even my mother. He would have 10 years older than she. We had pictures of him in an ancient family album. They saw him spindly, badly dressed in a white muslin shirt, ready for bed, or in a sailor suit, bull holding a little drum. That is a run-on sentence. That extremely long sentence, by the way. We need to place a semicolon exactly after the parentheses closes. Between the parentheses and we. Why? Because we're joining two sentences. And why we don't put a comma and the conjunction end? Because the sentences itself has so many commas already. There's one comma after Elmer, there's one comma after Abun, another comma after solemn, after baby, after shirt, after bed, after suit. So the correct one would be to put a semicolon before we. Okay, second, O'Connell Street. O'Connell Street is the main thoroughfare of Dublin City. Although it is not a particularly long street, Dubliners will tell the visitor proudly that it is the widest street in all of Europe. This claim usually meets with pride, especially from French tourists who claim that Champs-Élysées of Paris as Europe's widest street. But the witty Dubliner will not ensign bragging right easily and will trump the French visitor with a fine distinction. The Champs-Élysées is the widest boulevard, but O'Connell is the widest street. Divided by several important monuments running the length of its center, the street is named for Daniel O'Connell, an Irish patriot. An impressive monument to him towers over the entrance of Lower O'Connell Street and overlooking the Liffey River. O'Connell stands high above the unhurried crowds of choppers, business people, and students on a sturdy column. He is surrounded by 4 serene angels seated at each corner of the monument's base. 409, Fabricio. Which of the following words should replace the underlined word in part 4? There is an eye in the sky. Doo-doo-doo. Yes, Fabricio? Is Fabricio here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Letter B.
Letter B, relinquish. Okay, Fabricio, let's begin by telling me what's the definition of relinquish. That happens when you go to the back of the book to read the answer.
Nah.
Ah,
Chiripa.
chiripa. I don't believe in chiripa, Chele. And knowing you, just remember this. I am the eye in the sky. I see everything. What's the definition of relinquish? Tell me that you don't have a dictionary.
Voluntarily agrees to give it or claim.
Relinquish.
Yeah. Voluntarily cease to give or claim.
To give up.
To give up. To surrender. Now, let's go to part 4 and see if the definition fits. But the witty Dubliner will not surrender, will not give up bragging. Does it make sense? Yes, it does. But Fabricio, for next time, don't look the answer at the back.
I don't have that book here.
I don't have that book here. I see. Okay, letter B. 410. Chris. We only have 10 minutes.
Letter B.
410, letter B. No. The correct answer would be D.
Letter D.
White. We need to make the two verbs in the same sentence parallel. That is, they have the same tense. 11, Jafet. No, Jafet already did one. Lourdes. No.
Letter C.
411. Remove the colon after distinction. No. It's letter D. Why? Because we have an introductory dependent clause, and after an introductory dependent clause, we need a comma. Okay. Now, Mrs. Lake arriving 20 minutes early, surprised and irritated Nicholas. Although the moment for saying so slipped past too quickly for him to snatch his opportunity. She was a thin woman of medium height, not much older than he, and in her middle 40s, he judged, dressed in a red and white polka dot dress and open-toe red shoes with extremely high heels. Her short brown hair was crimped in waves, which gave an incongruous, quaint, old-fashioned effect. She had a pointed nose. Her eyes, set rather shallow, were light brown and inquisitive. Dr. Markley, she asked. Nicholas nodded, and the woman walked in past him, proceeding with little mincing steps to the center of the living room, where he stood with her back turned, looking around. My, she said, this is a nice house. Do you live here all alone? Okay, Saul, which of the following changes should be made in part 3? Saúl.
Letter B, change gave to gives.
Change gave to gives. No, 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 no. It is letter C. Change A to N. Her choke brown hair was stripped in waves which gave A incongruous. We have to change this A to N because the next word, the noun, begins with a vowel sound. And every noun that begins with a vowel sound uses the article N. Every vowel that begins with a consonant sound uses article A. Sarah. Sarah, you there, Sarita?
Yes, I am here.
I don't see you, Sarah.
Why you want to look me?
I want to see you because I miss you. Because you're my student. See, I'll show my class how I see you. Everybody can go to WhatsApp and see the picture.
Letter B.
Letter B, yes, letter B, shallow. Now explain why.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Oh.
You were surprised. Buena chiripa.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I think it was incorrect.
I thought it was incorrect. Which of the following number part contain a non-standard use of a modifier? You said letter. Which letter you said? B.
B.
Part
B.
B. Okay. Part 5. Let's go to part 5. Her eyes set rather shallow, were light brown. Her eyes set rather shallow, were light brown and inquisitive. Shallow is modifying what? The verb.
Eyes.
The verb, where? So we have to change the adverb shallow to make it an adjective. And how will we make it an adjective? By adding ly at the end, shallowly. Aha. Let me see who else is here. Lourdes Maria. 414. Can you see?
Letter C.
Let us see. White. White, let us see.
Because
Is a noun?
Of course, it's a noun, but
I don't know.
you don't know.
No.
Okay. Lake here is the last name of the lady. And we have to change it to possessive because we're talking about her arriving 20 minutes early. So if we change Mrs. Lake for a possessive pronoun, the possessive pronoun should be her. But since we're using the noun, the proper noun, we have to change it to a possessive noun. Boys and girls, you finish the rest? Since you don't work during the weekend because you have to rest, this is for today. So it can be done in the regular schedule. Check for when it is in the platform, the hour. Remember, AM is in the morning before lunch. PM is in the afternoon, night after lunch. Have a nice day. I love you. I miss you.